feel like I've been a little kid in a sweet shop.
Relax! Relax! It's enough!
Listen, God knew to take my voice away today. God knew, because he knew I would be screaming into this mic today, okay? I'd be blowing up your eardrums, guys. The Lord was like, you know what? Let me just put her on mute for the day, but I'm going to fight through, okay? Hoarse voice and all. I want to catch you. I want to catch you. Oh my gosh. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me. Reviewing Love Island Season 11, Episode 20. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. The producers wasted no time at all. And they said we're going to get straight to the coupling. We don't even need to hear y'all deliberating. However, I would love for one season for them to show us the choosing process on the girl's side, please. Or whoever is at Casa, because we never get to see that. I want to see both decisions being made. Thank you very much. Anyways, let's get into it now. First up is Connor. Connor chooses First Lady, who has graduated to her real name, Emma, and Grace recoupled with Shoulders, and his real name is Blade, which is even crazy as a real name. What happened to Twists?
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Hello, Grace. Do you not know each other?
Yes.
How?
I was literally with her before I just came here, so I'm happy for you.
To me, both of these couplings have to be producer-led because Miss Girl already said Blade's kiss game is weak. And on top of that, the last day she was on the shoulders of Twist. She was doing all kinds of things, and I'm like, hold on. So how did Blade get into the mix? The only thing that I can think of is Blade has a mouth on him. And honestly, justice for our girl Diamante, because she got a mouth on her. Like, Blade definitely was brought in for the drama. I mean, I know she does like him, but really? And then Connor even going for Emma in the first place, doesn't make sense. But I guess this whole like, oh, Emma and Grace are friends, and then Blade with the drama, and then Connor finally gets some play. I don't know, like this whole recoupling doesn't make sense, but fine. We're here now. Next, Sean chooses Matilda. And he says it's because Casa gave him clarity. Okay. Matilda came in by herself and she's all smug and happy. But thank you, Diamante, because that girl, oh, she is not to be played with.
I did explore other connections in the villa.
Do you want to tell her who your connections were with, Sean?
Connections. Weird how you can tell someone that they're your priority and this is how you treat your priorities. But
You're not sat here, babe.
He's just going to do the same to you. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. Obviously, they weren't special enough to be sat here, so.
Some of y'all weird people in the comments like to call me a pick-me. Let me show you pick-me, Matilda. Because Maya asked Diamante and the next girl, I don't know her name, the Amy Winehouse lookalike, how was your experience? They're talking about their experience. Oh, well, you're not sat here, babe. Well, you weren't special enough to get picked, babe. And I'm not even making these lines up. These came out of her mouth. These lines verbatim came out of her mouth. You're not special enough. Well, I'm sat here. Nah, y'all will never, ever, ever call me a pick-me. See, pick-me. Excuse? No, Matilda's actually a bird. I was shook. And this is the moment where I was like, nah, justice for Diamante, because I need somebody who's actually going to buck up to some of these girls. Now, Matilda, I did not expect. But her conversation with Jess a little bit later, I said, yes, girl, give it to me. I am eating it up. And Sean, too. I've been saying these last few episodes, I think that Sean's sweetness is a persona. I don't buy it. And this right here, it's not helping his argument. I'm going to just say that. Moving on. Kieran is next, and he chose to stick with Nicole. I will be honest. I did get a little teary-eyed.
I knew she'd wear black as well. That's why I wanted to wear black.
Oh, I missed you so much.
I missed you so much too. Don't worry about that.
Were you both loyal to each other then?
The whole time.
Whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came out my slippers and I wore your glasses as well.
Did you? I wore your glasses.
Oh my.
Now, I don't know why nobody helped Nicole with her blending. Come on. Help the sister out, child. It was going to be a very good moment for her. I mean, maybe y'all didn't know, but come on. Somebody help her. But yeah, it was cute. She says that, or does she say this later? I think later on she says this is now the beginning of her trusting him. And I'm like, really? Okay, child. Anyways, he has now done right by you. He has proven that he is somebody who you can have faith in. Please fix up. Please. I don't want to hear the complaints anymore. Kieran, Lord have mercy, has been stellar the majority of this season. If I was to choose a winner at the date of publication, I think it would have to be Kieran, guys. I think it would have to be Kieran. We'll see. Let's move on. He can always show me flames after. Trey is next. He chose to couple up with Swiftie, a.k.a. Ellie, and Jess came back with Weird Beard, a.k.a. Hugo.
She's been in my mind, definitely, for sure. I'd be lying to say that she hasn't.
Looks like you're in the same boat.
Ended well for both of us. I said to the girls, like, he's so fit. Like, look at him. Very deepish, Trey. Trey.
It's not deep, honestly, it's not deep.
Really not that deep.
All right, both of you, threw the towel in.
Jess is out here trying to have a moment, baby. I promise you it's not hitting the way you think it is. Okay? A lot of people have been making comparisons with her and I want to call her Olive Oil so bad. What's her name? Olivia. And it's like, yeah, Olivia tried to have her moment too. And it's like, no, babe. You could leave tomorrow, being Jess. You could leave tomorrow and we wouldn't give a damn. Truly. Trey could go too, honestly. I did like Trey, but he could go too. And you could take Matilda with you. Actually, Matilda would like that because you got her mans. She wants Hugo. Let's be for real. Can we also talk about how Matilda and Sean are just playing in each other's face? Like, Sean, you know you don't trust Matilda. You know you don't trust Matilda. Maybe he has sensed that the feelings aren't reciprocated all the way and he just doesn't want to say it, but you know you don't trust her. That's why you explored in Casa Amor. Well, maybe. That's what I'm going with for now. And then Matilda, you know you ain't feeling Sean for real. It's just that Sean is a sweet boy and he's the person who you should be partnered up with. He's the good decision. You don't want to be with the good decision. You want to be with Hugo. But anyways, y'all are all here together and I hope that that storyline between Hugo, Jess, and Matilda keeps going on because I love to see people put Jess in her place. Will is next and he chooses to stick with Uma. And she did the same. But it was not a happy reunion.
Yeah, that's what lads' holidays are for.
Is it?
He stood on his own.
He is.
How does it feel knowing he stayed loyal to you?
Good.
Yeah, one girl, but I felt like that was just because she was my normal type on paper.
Yeah, do you know, we shared a few kisses, cuddles, but yeah.
Uma, did you have any kisses?
No. Sorry. It's not really funny, is it? I'm not really laughing.
Jess, don't even. Yeah, I'm not laughing at that. Just, you're not one to talk. Just leave me alone, please.
What?
Diamante is my MVP. Diamante for the win. Let's find a way to bring her back. I don't know how. I don't know. I love her. Bring her back for the next season. I don't know. Put her in All-Star Game. Actually, yeah. Put her in. Ooh. Put her on Love Island Games. That'll be a good one. Poor timing for the laugh. I will agree. Poor timing. However, Jessica, ain't nobody talking to you. Shut your mouth. She was laughing not at Uma, but at the audacity of Will. Okay? Pipe down. As I'm piping up. But pipe down, girl. Jeez, man. Ain't nobody talking to you. With your bird self. Ugh, moving on. Joey and Jessie stayed loyal. Jessie was shocked. She did not expect that. Baby, neither did we. But yeah, it was very lackluster. So let's move on. Last is Ayo. We already knew no matter what he decided to do, it was going to be long for Mimi. Well, he chose to partner up with Jess.
Hi, Mimi. Welcome back to the villa.
Don't know really what to say.
Ayo, is there anything you want to say to Mimi?
No, I don't think it's the time.
Did you stay loyal to Ayo?
Of course I did. I'm a loyal girl, do you know what I mean?
So somebody in the comments felt like the nicknaming was disrespectful. Yeah, I don't really care. And we actually have to keep Goldie as a nickname for Jess because there are now 3 Jesses in the villa. There's Jess, Jess, and Jessie. So it's just gonna be Jess, Jessie, and Goldie. All right. Thank you, Ayo, for partnering up with Goldie. You have proven to us what we all thought about you. Shout out to Mimi for holding her own. Wow. She firmed it. She said, bet, I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Don't worry about me. It was hard to watch, but a part of me was just happy that she's been taken out of her misery. That was my main takeaway here. Mimi has been taken out of her misery, and I love that for her. So, Maya lets the Casa people say their goodbyes, and instead of Mimi crying, it's Goldie who decides to cry.
Don't cry.
I can see all their faces around the fire, a bit like,
But babe, it's not your fault.
I don't think it's all bullshit. I don't know why she's crying.
Why is she crying?
Bro, come on now. But that tells you everything you need to know. It made
Yeah,
no sense.
babe.
I'm a bit like, come on now. Mimi, you're way too good for this. You're way too good for this.
Yeah.
It wasn't a facade, babe. Don't do that. But
Nah, it
to me,
definitely
it's
was.
just
The moment temptation hits you, you take it.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he had more self-control than that.
That's
I'm
not a
gonna
bit of
lie.
me
Come on
at
now.
all.
I'm just wondering to myself, like, Goldie, did you think that you were just going to be welcomed with open arms? One of the most beloved people in the villa has now been, like, embarrassed. And you thought, you know, because what did she say? I was just looking at her and I just felt so bad. And how did you think it was going to go? I ain't even got no smoke for Goldie. She did what she had to do as a Casa person. Can't blame them. This is their mission. But I'm like, girl, you expected it to go another way? Okay. Mimi's talking to Uma and she's like, this is it for me. Like, And it makes sense because before when Ayo was talking to, ooh, my throat is hurting. When Ayo was talking to Uma, she was like, I wouldn't even deal with this on the outside. I would have cut him off a long time ago. So here we are. She's in the situation again. And she's like, nah, I'm done. Now, babe, please stand on business. Please, I promise to God, it will be the best decision you ever make. Stand on business. Leave that man alone. Moving on. Will is obviously aware that Uma is annoyed with him and she's looking at him waiting for answers.
There is more to it, which I'd like to explain to you.
Why don't you explain it now? I'm a bit confused.
You got to know Ayo when you came in. I only got to know you on that level.
It's not about how many people you get to know, it's about how you're feeling. Do you know I slept outside and then you're kissing and cuddling some girl in bed? That's so embarrassing. I had trust in you.
But I'm not a liar.
No, exactly, I know that.
Everything I said, yeah, I mean.
Like, where did you share a kiss, like in bed?
Yeah, and then in the hideaway as well.
You took it to hideaway? Well, that's such a fucking joke.
The man was locked and loaded with excuses and it's like, shut up, okay? Uma said exactly what I was thinking. He was like, oh, you had time to explore with Ayo. I only got to explore myself and we owe it, oh gosh, we owe it to ourselves to see what's out there for us, whatever. And it's like, it doesn't matter who I explored before. It doesn't matter who was in Casa. It's about believing in our connection. And I believed in our connection. You obviously did not. And he's like, well, no. You obviously did not. You obviously did not. Okay? Like, this whole I need to test my relationship. You don't need to test anything. You really don't need to. I guess the only way that I would see it as a test is when faced with temptation, will you stay strong? Sure. But these guys perceive it as, well, let me explore with somebody else to see if I actually do have strong feelings for my original partner. No, that would not fly with me. I know some people can recover from Casa, but that would not fly with me personally. So anyways, I think his best bet would have been to just own up to it. And instead he tried to flip it on her like, well, I thought you would do it and you already had time to explore other people. And it's like, you're not getting it. You're not getting it, but moving on. Ayo now has his tail between his legs and he goes over to talk to Mimi. I was just like, what could you possibly say that would make the situation better? Nothing.
Hurt.
Yeah, you?
Not really. It just
It happened.
It just happened.
Cool. I went to Casa feeling sweet about our situation. Do you know what I mean?
You may think, oh, you've gone and done that, oh, so it means nothing now. It's not that. Me finding that connection, that just happened. I didn't.
Yeah.
You're gonna just try and push man to the side now because I've made a decision.
What do you mean? For me, that's done now. I can't lie.
So yeah, there's definitely nothing he could say that would make things better, but there was so many things he could say to make things worse. And he said a few of them. So let's just start at the beginning. For both Mimi and Uma, it's not just about their men exploring in Casa Amor, because that already is like, ah, damn. It's the fact that both men expressed and defaulted to their original type, to who they would prefer to be with. And that's like the nail in the coffin for me personally. If I was with you and you make it seem like you're into me, but when somebody who is your type on paper comes in, you drop me like a sack of potatoes, I'm so sorry. I can't go back there. I would not be able to go back there. So that's why I hope that Mimi really stands on business, because he's now proven to you twice that you will play second to his preference. Girl, don't go back there, please. Then he was like, he basically was treating, who's the person who said speed bump? Was that Tanya? Was it Tanya who called her Casa boy a speed bump? He basically was referring to Goldie as a speed bump. He was like, are you really gonna leave me over this? Like, it's really not that serious. Like, we could still work through it or whatever. No, we cannot, sir. No, we cannot. You made your bed, lay in it. Lay in it. And did he think he would be able to make it seem like, oh, Casa's just a blip? We can work past it. You've already done this to her. And you kept telling her, you know, if my type comes in, if my type, oh, my type. Now here's your type. And what did you do? You dropped Mimi. Why would she be dumb enough? Well, let me not say that because don't want to speak too soon. But I would hope that she doesn't make the dumb decision to go back to a guy who was proven that he will always default back to his type. No, absolutely not. Then he goes and talks to, well, Goldie comes and talks to him. And he's like, oh no, I'm very happy about my decision. Are you? Because you told Mimi that it was still open with you and her. So what do you mean you're happy about choosing this girl? Which one is it? Because it can't be both. It can't be both. See, God, you thought you could steal my voice, but my voice is still here, okay? It can't be both, Io. Make a decision. Are you going to explore with Goldie, or are you going to try to win Mimi back? Because you can't do both. Now I'm repeating myself. Let's move on. Mimi takes a moment to herself. She goes to the front of the villa just to like decompress from everything that's happening. I'm so glad that Uma went to fetch her. That was really sweet. Made me happy. We have Emma. Who's Minor? Who is Minor? Okay, I don't know. My phone did an autocorrect. I don't know who Emma is coupled up with, but Emma and her partner and Trey and Ellie were kissing in bed. Joey, Jesse, Jess, and Hugo were sleeping on the daybeds, and then Mimi slept in the extra room. Shout out Mimi. Shout out Diamante. Shout out Kieran. They were my like number 1 draft picks, number 1, 2, and 3 draft picks for this episode. Just mwah, mwah, chef's kiss, perfection. We will see what happens in the next episode, child. I hope Uma really has some words with Will, because it's not just exploring, it's also the type. I hope Mimi stands on business. I hope Matilda and her bird self actually talks to Sean or seeks the information of what Sean was up to, because you had a lot of smoke for Diamante when it should have been directed at Sean. Let's be for real. And you're out here bumping heads with Jess, and it's giving same. It's giving y'all are cut from the same cloth. Interesting. Anyways, we'll see how things go tomorrow. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.